Hello, all of you creative people. Been, I guess, a long time since my last video, but here I am, and I just wanted to do a little bit of experimenting for this one. There's this really cool Rust framework that's been, I guess, making the rounds recently called Leptos. Of course, uses Rust. I'm not going to say that I'm the best at Rust, but hopefully I am competent enough to use this framework. And yeah, as you can see, fully typed, it's because Rust fully typed. It's completely fully full stack framework. And it does have support for, I think, Axum and Arctics, which are two great backends for us. So as you can see, you can build your interactive web applications and all of this type of stuff, even server functions, which is nice. And it can render both server side and client side, which is also very interesting. You can see it uses HTML and all of that. And it's pretty similar to Solid.js and React, apparently. Haven't put any effort into trying to learn it that much. I just did the basic setup and I now have this, and let me actually do that because it says I haven't done the basic setup. So I'll be right back. So I'm going to be starting off the project from the basic starter template. So let me just copy that command, and what will show it as? I don't know. Let's just do this. Open up Alacrity. Okay, my project name. So I was actually planning on creating a little small website for a game that I really like to use. So I'm just going to call it the Planet Coast. Yeah, that works. And then let me alias. Let me simply that. And let me clear. No. What did that do? So I guess let's get started. So my whole application is going to be based off of the fact that Planet Coast ticket price can be easily estimated using the Prestige. So someone has already done an application like this, but it's entirely in Excel, or as I'm using here, only Office. And as you can see, it's just divided by 33.3. However, I'm actually going to use a slightly different number. I'm actually going to be dividing mine by 38. And if you don't play Planet Coaster, don't worry about this whatsoever. Just know that the Prestige can be used to calculate the ticket price and the ticket price per minute. And I think that's all I'm going to be doing. Let's jump back into VS Code and get this started. So, I don't know. I'm just going to try and wing it. Let me close this. I'm going to wing it very slightly. So, okay. If you're going by the whole ideology, you have signals that I guess have variables, and then those signals can be referenced. And then I watched a couple videos about this, so you also have effects and all of that. So if you go working with signals, then you have create effects. This is interesting. After reading for the stuff for a bit, I think I have an idea of how I want to get everything working. Yes, yeah, they also have an example of how effects can be used to create forms, but they actually have something very interesting inside of this language called action forms and stuff like that. So you can see here all of this type of stuff, and I think I have a general idea of how I want my application to go. So I guess let's start coding. So the first step was obviously going to be getting the homepage set out and all of that. So let me get that done. I think I want everything to be very modular, so I'm going to go for the whole strategy of I'll have a view here, and a view is just a place where you can put in your HTML elements and a couple specified Leptos elements like this one. You can even create these. If you have something that implements view, you can use it like that. So if I had a variable that could come into there, I could use it like how they use stuff here, which is actually really interesting. So I'm thinking I'm going to have a top bar here. That's going to be, I'll have inside of it div. I would try and do tailwind CSS, but it's a lot of extra setup and I'm not going to do that. And I'll just have it be an H1. The planet, and it needs to be released. The planet poster calculator. Yeah, that works well enough. Then let me reload, and one thing I forgot to do is actually run coming back. Okay, I need to be able to run the getting started command. Wait, I semi-remember it. What's it? Oh, I need to create the project. I think all of these are already there. In mine, trunk serve open. Yes, trunk serve open. Let's try that. Error getting canonical path to source HTML file index. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Then I have an index.html. I'm not gonna. I think I'm just gonna copy the index.html that they have here. And now, chunks are open. Now we just wait for a bit and take a sip of water. Still just waiting for this. And error from build pipeline. Found more than one target artifact. Plan close to calculator. Plan close to calculator. Consider adding link something or Rust to index to build only the specified binary. What? It's like 0 cents. Wait. I am in the correct file. I guess I need to troubleshoot this. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I think I found another command on the Leptos docs that work. It's sudo cargo leptos watch. And I'm just gonna do that. Hopefully it works. Praying that does. Quite too much time. Okay, control C. Clearing. I'm just gonna super dash on. And now I'll need to CD again. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I got it working. Hopefully. As you can see, we're kind of halfway through the process of waiting for it to finally start. Yeah, just waiting a bit longer, and then we're now downloading a couple crates, we're compiling more crates. It's just the average experience of using compiled language. And I'm not sure if it's about to finish now, is it going to do it later? Websites, Leptos DOM. There's so many different packages. Okay, finally. Let me open this up. Okay, it's opening up in Chromium. Let me copy that link and move it to file. As you can see, it is now showing the header live text, which means that that's kind of working now. Okay, on to the next thing that is absolutely required for this application to work, which is the fact that I needed to have, I'm thinking I'm going to have a table and I'm going to have a calculator as part of this application as well. So I guess I'm gonna have both of those inside of their own separate div, and then I think curly braces are going to represent. Yeah, no, I'm down to do this. Okay, let me create a new component, which is going to be a function. I'm going to import calculator. So inside this calculator, I'm going to implement attribute. And now, if I wanted to, I could come here, use the curly braces or calculator. So it's going to return an interview, and then after that I'm going to have a header here, and this one is going to be specifically for the table, which I'm going to have called quick table. So that's the quick table header, and then I'm going to have to create another function. It's going to be similar. I'm going to call it view table. This will view the table. And I might need an initial. So my initial size is going to be an I32, a 32-bit signed integer. That works. Then from ISO from the Leptos docs, to do this, I'm going to need to do this, so view table. Then I'm going to need to state what the initial size is going to be. I want it to be the first 40 elements, or first 40 parts of the table. And then right now, I'm going to just, return wrong thing. I'm just going to return headers. Then I'm going to just say, one is going to be say calc, and the other one is just going to be say table. Okay, hey guys. Okay, still building. I thought it's going to be a little bit shorter build time after each one. Apparently I have Tokyo being installed. This thing, probably, yeah, at least one of these are going to require Tokyo for async push. Honestly, couldn't care. I have no plans on dealing with async Rust at the moment. Prefix the initial size. And there we go. We have a good table that's going to have a table, and a calc that's going to have a calculator. Yeah, okay. On to the next thing, which is actually creating these various elements. So let me think about the stuff that we're going to need to have in the calculator. We're going to need a couple of different signals, maybe. I'm thinking one for tickets, and each single needs to have a read and a write signal. So I'm gonna have ticket and set ticket, which is going to be equal to create signal for an integer maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna have it be an integer. And then I'm going to need to have 1, which is going to be for the ticket price itself. I wish this could be made a tiny bit quicker. The ticket price, and that's also going to be an integer. And then I'm going to need to have duration, because that's one of the other things I need to figure out. So, and I need to show that the user. Let me do that one first. So it's going to be what ticket time is, time per whatever unit of measurement we use inside of Planet Coaster. I think it is generally considered good standard to have your set just be adding your right signal, just be adding a set to the beginning. At least that's what I'm going to do. I just say this.toString, and then I'm going to have, should I call it duration or time? I mean time's quick, it's right on the feed. So set time, and that's going to be create signal of an integer, so 0. Okay, so that's the first part of this. I need reactivity, and that's all about effects, right? And I'm pretty sure, an effects, I just have that, I have whatever that is. And then I am just writing regular Rust code inside of here. I mean, there's an example, right? See here, it's just regular Rust code afterward. I guess let's use this effect. So I'm going to create an effect. I'm going to say move this. I'll put an underscore because it's going to be a flag. I'm just going to come out or something. And then boom. You now have an effect. So what is the effect going to do? If I type in a ticket price, if the ticket price, which is that's going to return the I32, is greater than 0, then I want the price. I'll create a new variable called price. It's going to be another I32, and that's going to be equal to the ticket price, which I'm going to get, and also dot get, right? Which is the same thing, minus the divided by 38, which is the number I said I wanted, and I didn't need to put that thing. I need to put that here. So once I have that, I can then set my ticket price, but I'm going to show to my users. I want it to be rounded off to the nearest integer, so I can just divide using the integers and all of that. So now I have to say if the time is greater than 0 and the ticket price is greater than 0, then I'm going to set the ticket time price, and I made it a string, so I can just use format, which is going to return a string. Okay, I'm going to use dollars because that's how Planet Coaster represents its currency, and then per minute, so dollars per minute, and I'm going to have it be price divided by the time. Else, oh wait, I need to put that. Oh my goodness. Else, I want to set the ticket time price to a new string. Actually, do you know what? Why am I saying that to a string? Let me have it just be a new string. Trying to remember everything I've done with Rust over the years. It's painful. Yeah. Let's delete everything inside of this view, and I'm going to start off with a new div. I want everything to be kind of separated, so that's gonna be the way. And now I need form. Okay, I have no idea how I'm gonna set up the form. Let's make it out trial troubleshooting. And then the form is going to be how I set the time and the ticket. I'm going to have a header here, which is going to say the ticket price is equal to, and then I can finish that off. And then I need to have, do I want it to be smaller than, or do I want it to be bigger than? Let's make it bigger. So then pops out. Yeah, so it pops out. That's totally how that's gonna work. Anyways, let's just have it be a $sign, and then we're going to have our ticket price. Is it ticket price I'm setting there? It is ticket. So ticket price, and then I'm going to finish that off. Lastly, I'm just gonna have a slightly smaller one that's going to be like, hey, ticket time price. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna close. So I think the basic idea of how this is gonna work is for me. Let me see if there are any bugs. Very few or 0 bugs, yeah. Now I'm just waiting for everything to finish ever so slowly. Wow, I've never had a quicker experience. Like, you know, when you've been a Unity dev before, you kind of get used to the whole needing to wait after saving any script, see whether what you've done is correct. And yeah, seeing the ticket price, go to 0 and all that type of stuff. Yeah. So inside of my form, I want everything to be kind of, what do I want here? I'm really contemplating how I want this to be set up right now. Do I want the heading for the input to be above, or do I want it to be on like the same row? Okay, I think a great element I can use here is table, and I think will give me a good sample of how I can set up a table inside of this sound framework, hopefully. I mean, it literally is just using HTML elements, right? So I'm going to have a table, and tables have table row. And so there's I had to do this. I've been using Flutter a lot recently. Okay, I want there to be 2 inputs, one for tickets, one for the time. So I'm gonna have another table row. I think if this goes well, I think this is going to be my preferred way of creating websites and applications, because you can pair up Leptos with Tauri, and you can get free cross-platform applications from there, which is really interesting. And it's one of the main reasons why I want to use this. I mean, I haven't really done anything with Tauri yet, and I think, yeah, Prestige, and then I'm going to require a new one. I want to do this. Wait once. Oof. That was weird. Okay, I need an input. And then, how do you do inputs? Okay, let me see the documentation for this episode. Yeah. And you just do Control F for input, something, forms and inputs. Nice. We have inputs, types equal to text, on input move. We're setting the variable, okay? So, pretty simple. Hopefully that should be simple. I do placeholders. I am gonna just win it, I guess. However, I am actually just gonna copy this a little bit. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna copy this. Yeah. Okay. So I want an input. That's just going to take, that's going to take in a type of number. I'm going to set its name to be equal to tickets, and I'm going to control V all of this. Okay. So when I get my input, I want to pass it into an integer. So I'm going to use iflet. So iflet okay value. Okay, iflet okay value. That's good. And then I need to grab everything here. So I'm getting the target value, and then what are the functions I have? Okay, I'm gonna have to completely and utterly wing this. I'm gonna use the weighted process normally. For some reason it's not doing that great. Let me just delete you. And then I'm going to set the ticket to the value we have. Okay, I don't want to think too much about whether this is going to work, because it probably isn't. Let me copy everything here, and how did this invert up a bit? This doesn't seem great. Everything past the initial needs to be moved down. Yes, okay. So I now have number. I'm going to set its name to time, and I'm going to, after we've passed it, I'm just going to set the time to the value, and then I'm going to need prop value to be equal to time, and yours to be equal to ticket. And now let's save. Issues. Did it already compile? No. This is fun. Okay, there we go. Off to the races, and we're still waiting for Rust to do a full compilation. Really does remind me of my Unity days. I mean, the trade-off is worth it. The user gets a faster experience in it, thanks to this whole compilation process. And you have a prestige. If I type in a number, 9345 divided by 38. And of course I want to use the Google ban. It's 9.07. What was I getting? 9. Brilliant. And then, this is during iteration. Over 2 seconds. So 9 divided by 2. Yes, I use file DuckDuckGo's calculator. 4.5, and that should round to 4. So that bit is working. I mean, it can do with a little bit of styling. I would use Tailwind CSS as mentioned before, but no, I'm not doing the setup. Next, we need to do the table, because right now it literally just says table. So I'm going to need what? I'm going to need the values of the table. Do I need it to change? No. It's not going to be mutable. What's my values going to be? How do I want to do this? I want to use iterations. iterators, iterate. How yeah. Okay, I'm thinking I have a vector of integers. Just hear me out. I know it's a little bit outlandish, baby. So I need a range up to the, how do I want this to work? I need a range up to initial size divided by 5. I'm gonna add plus 1. Okay, dog. You know, I'd really want Rust whole system to work for me here, you know? I'm going to map it. I'm gonna take it in as I. Yep, that's gonna be an I32. Right. I minus 1. I minus 1. I minus 1 multiplied by 5 to its range I want this to be in segments of 5 as well. So that should be necessary. And then I'm going to need to map it again. Is Rust gonna tell me that I'm crazy? Because I'm really hoping it does. I'm gonna get a range of I32s, and then I'm going to map that again. Oh, I have no confidence in this. I'm trying to translate all of the knowledge I've learned in other languages and their equivalent to this type of stuff. All of my x's, then you do what with it? Yo, analyzer, can you help me out? Collect. What does this do? And it can take an item turn into a collection. That's what I want to do. So I'm collecting that, and then after I've collected it, I'm going to collect again. Yeah. Wow, it's genius. Alright, this ends up miraculously working. I have to be the luckiest person. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Of course, we are making a table. So, do I have it be a table, or do I have it be a div and then into a table? Let me have it be a div into a table. Yeah, I'm just randomly adding something this way. Table. Close the table. And then I'm going to need to create a view out of this. So I have a vector of integers. A vector of integers. Very efficient, very efficient. I'm going to need to map these into, I'm going to use iterators again. I'm just trying to use iterators as many places as I can, because I need to get better, I'm honest. I'm going to map these. I'm going to take, pull it a row, and then inside of this, I want to do another function. Thing where I say, I want to have it so that if it skips the first portion, because this is gonna have like the values from like bottom to end or whatever. So I'm going to need to skip out on the first row. So I'm going to get the last value of the row. So I'm going 0. I want 5 of them, so it's going to be the 4th one. So I'm going to say if the 4th row doesn't equal 4, then you can do our stuff. And that's just going to be a new view where I'm going to need to have the old table stuff. So it's going to be a whole new table row, right? So 2 table rows, and then I can move up. TD. I'm going to do this for one of them. I'm going to copy row, and I'm going to need the value 1. Now I'm going to multiply by 38, multiply by 38, and I'm going to need to say, okay, I can either, now my first idea was better. I need to also show the money it's worth, so that's where this comes in. If row that, and then I have row 0 as well, which is going to show the money, and then I can end this. Just end it. Okay. So that's the prestige value, and that's the tag. Oh yeah. Also, this isn't gonna work. Is this gonna work? Why am I ending it here? What? Please, I was wondering why this wasn't inside of it on bracelet. So that should now work. Copy this on 5 times. So I'm gonna do this. And as always, we start everything from 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after that, we're going to need to say else. In the event that it fails this if condition, and have it be a new view, which is going to be just a blank table. I need to do this, yeah, because it's going to be asking for something to be returned every single point. Yeah, okay. Then can I just say dot collect? Perfect. Get that table done. Oh no, something broke. Required by bond. Oh no, what's the issue? Okay, we're gonna need something different. Collect view. Yeah. collect view it is. Yes, collect view. That's definitely gonna work. I definitely know I collect view does. Actually, why am I going there? I found it for us is that we can collect and iterate our collection into a view. Oh, that's actually pretty genius. So yeah, collect view is what I'm using. As you can see, load failed. Was it the wrong field or something? Still shows that. How about if I just retry that? I'm thinking that because I saved midway through. I was just praying that it works, but we never know. Did you get any errors? No error. This has been a fun 43 minutes. How you are enjoying it? Now is the moment of truth. Edge. Reload, maybe? I've got CS on server and client-side rendering enabled. It's not gonna affect anything. View table or taking all of this in or collecting it. I need to it's actually probably a pretty big issue. For some reason this just straight up is not working. Could be that I forgot to close a tag somewhere. Getting that map with the row put the row does not equal 4, that's good. We're still not getting it, it's crazy. Am I calling it or am I just saying view procedure? Where's my that's for the calculator. How about here? View table initial size equal to just like how they did it here. I think I'm going insane. Let me just do a little something. I don't want to go through the whole trap of having to troubleshoot this entire thing. I want it done. I use Chrome. It's actually ironic. So what's your one? Oh, 1 page reload later. Of course it's offset. Nothing here can't be fixed. So just a tiny bit of some good old CSS. So now if you look 2000 there, we don't go up to 2000. Okay. Now if you look 1000 there, 26, 26, 26, 988, 18988 and 1206, and that is 1000. Fits perfectly in there. And then over if it's 3 minutes right, we're getting 8 per minute because 26 divided by 3. Yeah, 26 divided by 3. Yep. So you think, oh yeah, the website now looks like this. Some basic styling, I have a style that I went for. I want to thank the guys of flatUIcolors.com for allowing me to control C and control V the HTML color codes. Thank you very much. Anyways, so as you can see, I have the table looking in good position. The ticket price is very in the center type thing. I went for a top bar. Doesn't really look that good. I maybe could have not gone for such bright colors, but this is how the website ended up looking. And it's definitely been my go-to way to calculate Planet Coaster pricing, because it's using my own formula. Anyways, this has been fun, and see you guys in the next one. And yeah, the code for this will be in the description below. The code is really bad, but I'll trust you guys to fix it up. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.